here for the Mexican Grand Prix, and unfortunately 10 people have only showed up. Well, I think it's 9 because I'm included. Yeah, so 9 people have only showed up, unfortunately, so I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know why everybody else is not showing up. I believe 2 people have got connection issues, so only 9 people have joined, so I don't know if this might be a boring race, but I'd rather be here than racing at Mexico, because I hate the track personally. Right, here we go then. We know that Rob's got a bit of connection issues, so don't expect him to lag out at some point. Alright, so there's the confirmation that if you don't show up, I think you might get a reason. You need a reason why you're not showing up, otherwise you'll get a reprimand. Yeah, attendance is quite low, and no surprise, it's Mexico. I've had this before in other league races where people have not showed up because it's Mexico. Now, regardless of what track it is, people should always show up, unless you have a good reason. Regardless of what track it is, you signed up to a league and you've got to stay committed to it, no matter what track it is, love it or hate it, you've always got to show up, unless you've got a reason. And that's fine. I know a lot of people hate this track, and for other leagues, I've seen 2 other leagues that had Mexican Grand Prix, not many people showed up, because they hate the track. Anyways, back to the qualified session. Only 9 people here today, so not really good attendance as I thought it would be. HJ was really growing, but unfortunately because of this, I don't know what's happened. I actually have no idea what's happened, but I know it's Mexico and many people don't like that. So the race should be too difficult today, only 9 people here. That's unfortunate. Hopefully I'm streaming on the right channel because it's not refreshing, so I'm quite nervous that it's not streamed. Yeah, I think it is streamed to the right channel. We've got Williams out on track, and I think that's Leroy. Yeah, it is Leroy, so there he is on the soft tyres. 2 people have switched to the hards, probably set some bad collapse in, then switch on to their softs. Don't really know much about this track. Personally, I hate it for myself. Really get turn 1, 2 and 3 wrong because they don't have the momentum and consistency to those corners. I think I am streaming on the wrong channel. No, I'm not. I don't have no idea what's going on. It's not refreshing. Please don't tell me I'm streaming on my... I'm surely streaming on the right channel. My main channel's not live at the moment, so I'm definitely streaming on the right channel, but it's not showing up for some reason. Hit the Apex Racing League. I mean, what other channel could I be streaming on? There we go, finally, it says there. Look at the comments section right now. One person commented, I'll see who that is when it loads up. We've got Leroy on a lap, the first guy in the Williams on the softs to go on a lap. Good evening, Storm, how are you? So head down into turn 1. Pick up the 100-meter board, touch the apex into turn 1, turn 2 and turn 3, take most of the curbs through there. To ensure, do not go out wide through the third exit, heading down into turn 4. Yellow is set to 300-meter brake in, 90-degree corner to the left. Depending on what setup you're on, it's so easy to get oversteer through that corner. And we've got Silas going on to the medium compound tyres, the moderate tyres out of all the 3. Gone out wide, so I suspect that lap's going to be invalidated. Doesn't look like it because he's not really backing off, so he's still continuing on his lap time, but see what he does, because he will be the first man to cross the line. Put the EOS up, so I definitely think that's not invalidated. As we head through the final corner, and it's a 14.7 for the young Irishman. 14.7 in the Williams. His teammates on his outlap, so we'll go on board with Thomas on the soft tyres. You see what this middle part of the lap is like for the Lithuanian driver, as CRG Sports goes quickest with a 1:14.1. A huge 6/10 up, bearing in mind he's not using line. And he's got a brand new wheel for sure, so don't expect him to be that fast, but he already is showing his pace. What will Tom do? It's a 14.4, he's 3/10 away from Sparks, and LeBron goes into 4th place with a 14.9. The two Williams are close together, but remember Leroy finished his lap, so Silas is on his flyer lap, whereas Taze Leroy is on his in lap. I hope he didn't hold up his teammate. Next is the Jendy on the hard tyres, 56.2. The best middle sector time is it a 54.9 if I remember, 54.8.9. Let's see where this lap time puts Silas. It'll be a 15.8. So expect that from the medium runner. A second slower, I think, is the difference between the softs and mediums. Mickey Ulizzi is out of the pits. The Nexus Legende has started his lap. We'll go on board with Diego. He's on the lap time. Remember, he finished on the podium in Germany. He started last, didn't he? He definitely started near the back. He did a fantastic effort to put it up into 3rd place in Germany. 55.2. That's what I was saying in the practice session. Coming through the slow stadium section. The final corners now. We see Valtteri Bottas crash here. And there's a 40.1. He's on pole position. Provisional pole position, shall I say. 14.1. And I can expect that from Diego, but good pace this Renault driver has. Amazing pace. I'll go aboard with... Is Asgard on another lap? No, he isn't. We'll go on board with Nexus Legende. 57.5. So this lap will put him in the 16s, if I'm correct. Goes out wide slightly through the first part of the stadium section corner. Oh, it's going to be a 17 for sure. 17.4. He's invalidated his lap time. Mickey Ulizzi started his lap time, so we'll go on board with the Toro Rosso driver. I think Leroy has came out of the pits for another attempt. Head down into the first corner we go. Touch the first corner. We got slightly out of wide and lost a bit of his momentum, but don't think it cost him too much through the first and second corner. And like I said, like someone said, you need to be patient through the second corner. Head down to the 4th corner, 90-degree left-hand side corner. The slowest part of the track. Sector 2 until you get to the middle part of the S section. We're building up the speed as we enter the S section. I always find it tricky through here. I always cut the corners or go out wide. I lose loads of momentum in this part of the S section corner. And the split time is a 55.5 for the second sector. I did 55.2 in a qualified session. I personally don't like this track. I can't stand it. The only thing I like about it is qualifying, because I can set good times there, but in the race I'm not consistent. A 40.7 is in 5th place as Asgard comes out, and he set his best lap time on the mediums, so expect him to go much quicker. The Legende's still on the hards. We got yellows in sector 3. Diego's in the pit, Sparks and Thomas on the outlets. Thomas has started his lap time. As we approach the first corner, let's see where he brakes. It's a 100 metre board, yep. Clips the curb on the first and the second, and take most for the third. Ooh, a bit too much throttle and he's crashed. He's crashed, that's him out. That is him out. Too much throttle on the exit of the corner. He put his car on the curb and that's him out. So he best hope he doesn't get pushed down. Rob Forbes, is he on a lap? No, he's not. Sparks, he's going on a flying lap soon. Taze Leroy, cutting corners. Mickey, let's see. Le Bon, we'll go on board with Sparks then. I think he's the closest one to set a lap time. One driver who's not set a lap time yet, that's Legenda. He's messing around on the horse, trying to get a few bankers in. Heading down into the first corner, 100-meter braking. Remember, he's using no line, so expect him to struggle just a bit. Unless, I don't know if he is struggling with no line. Seems pretty okay though. I think, yeah, that's definitely an invalidation. Is it? I mean, if it was me, I'll get an invalidation for that. I don't know if it's a validation or not. I'll go check. Yes, it is a validation. So that's him. Wasting another set of soft tyres. They're really harsh when you get an invalidation. It really does put your confidence down. Then the adrenaline comes at the last part of qualifying, trying to get a pole position. Diego! Medium partner's not here. I don't know where he is. Oh, on his outlap, he almost loses the back end on his outlap. Not the first driver to do it, of course, on the outlap. We saw Sebastian Vettel do it. So also saw me do it, if you don't know, in another league. Quite embarrassing that is. Trying to wall the tyres as much as possible. Sparks comes across the line. What will this lap time be? That will put him on pole position. That will put him on pole position, but that lap don't count because of his invalidation. Alright then, we'll go on board with Diego, the main man. Can he steal pole position away from Sparks? I think he's the only driver that can do it. This man has impressed me in this league. I expect his pace to be this good, but it is. Now what's the first corner like? Oh, he misses the apex just a bit on the first. He's supposed to take most of the curb through the first corner. Lead your car onto the curbs, and Le Bon has gone up into 4th place at 14.5. Not too far off his first sector time, only 1100s down, should I say. We've got cars that are up ahead of him. I hope they don't hold him up. I think they're all on outlaps. There's Mickey Litseed and there's Taze Leroy. Yeah, there's the two on their outlaps. I hope they don't hold him up. If this was real life though, if you hold him up there, they lose a lot of downforce. So one of them gets out of the way. Let's hope the other does. Your girlfriend is annoyed. How come? Oh yeah, I can tell. So Leroy, he's not going to get out of the way because he's prepared to start his lap. Get a bit of a little 0.0. This bike keeps improving. It's a 14.0, so it's very, very close to a 13.9. We saw Sparks do it, but unfortunately for him, that lap time wasn't validated. Asgard is in the pits. Is that him coming out? No, that's the Williams. That's the Force India. Sorry. Shall I correct myself again? That's a Racing Point. As one Racing Point enters the pits, the other one comes out, which is Rob. She wants to be in bed, but she'll have to watch me race. If I were you, I'd join her in bed. I mean, I don't know why you're racing. Hey. That was a joke, by the way. Please don't leave. Alright then, so Rob Forbes on his outlap. Let's see what Leroy and Mickey Ulizzi on their flying lap, so go on board with them. Leroy's on the medium tyres. Did he set his best lap time on the softs? Yes, he did. So he set his best lap time on the softs, and he switched to the medium tyres. So does he think he could go quicker? I know, right, Stewart? So does Leroy think he can go quicker on the mediums? Or is this just a banker lap? He's not going to go quicker, he's going to come into the pits. Here is Mickey Ulizzi, the pink helmet, same as me. I think he just went, I think he made a little bit of mistake, and he's into the pits, so he won't be improving. Next is Legende, is finally out on the soft tyres after setting those hard tyres laps in. We'll see where Sparks is. There, he's still in the pits. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Rob Forbes trying to get some heat into his tyres before he goes for his lap time. Off he goes into 6th place. He's got a few connection problems. Hopefully it don't hinder him in qualifying. The Mercedes comes out, and that is Sparks. You saw in the background in this picture. That is the first corner, to the second and third. Throw back to last season. Well, last season for HTA. Would you beat a break-in 300s down in the first sector on his own personal lap time? Had to correct the oversteer to turn 4, or turn 5 shall I say. The Jed is on his out laps, so he's the only driver that's not set a proper representative lap time. A bit of slidiness and he backs out of his lap time, so he won't be improving. He best hope no one pushes him down. Leroy's gone out for another lap time. Sparks. Hey, Sparks, so Thomas has retired from the session because we saw him crash through turn 3, the exit of turn 3. Ooh. Oh, is he trying to get a slipstream? He's trying to get a slipstream. Those two are in a party with each other, so I don't think Diego will be happy because of that. And he goes off the grass completely. I mean, goes off the track completely. So a bit of cheating going on. It's not cheating. Well, it is actually because they're two different teams. Well, I don't know if it's cheated or not, but it's two different teams giving each other slipstream. Diego will be pissed because of that. Not a good birthday present at all. 9 people showing up on in your party. Same manufacturer, same engine, but I think Diego will be quite pissed at that. I don't know if you saw it. He best hope Sparks invalidates his lap time. I'm actually rooting for Diego to win. Nothing against Sparks. Oh, he cut some of that corner. And he's coming into the pits. So that's another lap time ruined for Sparks. But bearing in mind, he is using no line. Yeah, so soft mediums. I actually don't know his place. He's quick qualified. So that's Diego currently on provisional pole position. Now what is he going to do? There we got LeBron coming out of the pits. Who's on their lap time? Someone's coming down the pits. That's Mikulitsi coming on his lap time to the first corner. Softs to hard, yes. Don't do soft to mediums. I think that's a bit too risky. Watch me on my lap, JB. I will do. Mikulitsi. Leroy's retired from the session, so he won't be improving. He will get pushed down into 8th or 9th if Legende and Mikulitsi can improve on their lap times. Oh! That's a corner cut and he's backed out of it. He can't improve. There's not enough time. Unless he's put enough fuel in the car, but I doubt he'll do 2 laps on the soft tyres. So that's him done for this qualifying session. Legende's on his out lap. Diego, there's the main man who can... Well, he's got pole position at the moment, but I doubt anyone can take it away from him. Because Asgard, he's half a second slower. Mikulitsi can't improve on his lap time unless he's got enough fuel in the car. But I don't think those 2 lap times are worth it. Because you know what the tyre wear on the softs are like. Unless you go for it, of course, you can go for it. But the wise choice is to come back into the pits. And Asgard is starting his lap time. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. What can this Williams driver do? He's currently out-qualified his teammate Taze Leroy. And we've got LeBron, who's also on a lap time as well. Not too far away from each other. You can see him just in the background. There's the pink car. Approaches the first corner. Is that a validation too? Yeah, that's definitely a validation. So that's his lap time over. He's still going for it. He slid through the third corner. That's got to be a validation for sure. Turns out it wasn't a validation, it was this guy who got a validation, so I think that's it for him. Asgard, or should I say Silas, I don't mean to say Asgard, Agard. I want to see Diego, there he is through the first corner, so we won't go ball with him, we'll go ball with Legende, see what he can do. That's a bit biased for me to go Legende, but I'll stay with Agard. This guy's got a validation. Oh, he's retired. No, he's not. He's there. Oh, massive moment coming out that corner. Yeah, he slided all over the place, and he slided into the pits. And LeBron's got a validation too. Go on board with Legende then. Diego says he's on his out lap. I don't think Diego's on his out lap. He's on his flight lap. The only guy not to set a lap time. What can he do? As we approach the final two corners. Take a tight line through there. It's going to be a 14.6. He's up into 6th place, Legende. But what about Diego? What can he do? Can he go quicker? He doesn't have to go quicker, but he wants to go quicker. Can he do it? Oh, it's a 13 point something. I didn't see it. It's a 13 point something. So he's on pole position. He is on pole position. Diego in the Mexican Grand Prix. Diego, Mexico. Okay, then Diego set a 13.8. Sparks 3/10 slower. He's in second. TTG Thomas in third. LeBron in fourth. Agard in fifth. Legende is sixth. Robo in seventh. Taze Leroy in eighth. And Mickey Ulitzi, unfortunately, last place, but it's ninth place. So nobody will be starting on a brand new set of tyres because nobody's outside the top 10, and they'll all be starting on the soft tyres. So as we head down to the race, gotta be honest here, it will be a boring race, but let's hope these drivers can put some action on. Hopefully it won't be a DRS train either. I hate that. Experience being in a DRS train. Nice and sunny for the drivers. No threat of rain, I don't think. We saw rain yesterday for FRL, and it rains throughout the whole race. I'm eating my nice porridge I made a few minutes ago before this session, and it's very nice indeed. A cup of tea with me and a piece of carrot. Here we are then on the formation lap. I don't think pole position is the best place to start because you can get a slipstream all the way down to turn 1. So Diego better be careful. Where will he choose to defend? Will he try and defend the inside or stay on the outside line going into turn 1? Sparks can slot in between if he wants to, or stay side by side with him at the start. We'll see who gets a better start, but I don't know if Diego uses pad, because apparently pad is much better at the starts. Thomas is on a pad, so expect him to have a lightning start, because I get good starts on the pad, very good starts. I even beat Sparks at the start, and I get happy when I beat him at the start, but he overtakes me back off course. Then guess what? I bottle it trying to catch up to him. Can Diego get his first win in HGA? Remember, he finished on the podium in Germany. Now he's in pole position. Can he convert that into a debut win? Debut win, shall I say? I didn't even say that. A win, shall I say? Scored a podium in the Renault, which Hulkenberg couldn't do. I'm joking, by the way. Don't get triggered at me. Best put my porridge away so I can see this start. Here we are then, waiting for the 5 laps to go off. We are off for the Mexican Grand Prix for HGA. Looks like Diego's got a good start, but Sparks, he's got a much better start than Diego. Thomas is in the slipstream behind the two. So let's see as a horrible camera angle here. I need to... Jesus Christ, what a horrible camera angle. Sparks got into the lead. He's already in the lead before turn one, but Thomas will try and go down the inside. Diego, Sparks has spun. He's spun, and Diego has taken the lead. And there he is, the Mercedes driver, down in 9th place. Not a good birthday present whatsoever for the Mercedes driver. Diego's in first, ahead of Agard. Two racing points. Robo and LeBron has Legende cuts the corner completely, trying to get past Mickey Ulizzi. Sorry, that's my porridge popping back up. Has Sparks got front wing damage? We definitely saw. I think he has on the left. No, he hasn't. I think that was someone else getting front wing damage. We definitely saw some carbon fibre drop off someone's car, but Sparks has been sent to the back in turn one. Whose fault, I don't know, but Thomas, we did see him try and go down the inside into turn one. That's caught Sparks unaware. I don't think Diego actually did anything wrong. I think Sparks... I can't really judge because I only just saw it for a brief moment, so I can't really judge what happened. Thomas tried to go down the inside. Diego went around the outside. But whoever's got front wing damage, I think it's Leroy at the back. Might do, I don't know. It's Thomas and Leroy. Thomas also crashes the pits. So then, Diego had a good lead up in front. Well, not a good lead because it's only 7/10 of a second. Agard will be in his DRS as soon as we come on to lap 3. At the further back, Mickey Ulizzi, can he try and get a podium here? Off LeBron. Remember, he's already had a league race here before. That was yesterday, so he's already got some good practice going on. LeBron completely goes off the track. Bit of connection problems here. Don't go down the inside of there, Sonia won't make it. The Legende's creeping all over the back of Mickey Ulizzi as well. Thankfully he did go down the inside of there. Sparks is up into 6th place. So then Diego is out in front. I need to put the drivers on so I can tell which driver it is. 1.2 seconds is the gap between Diego and Agard, so he's out of DRS threat for the moment at least. We might have a DRS trade coming up on here, unless Mickey Ulizzi can try and make the overtake because we've got the Raging Sparks coming up. He won't be happy. By the way, what I said about the cheating thing, I was only joking. It's not cheating, it's only tactical. Here we are then. LeBron will be under pressure from Mickey Ulizzi if he's got good straight line speed on this main straight. They only need DRS, but they don't have it for the moment. No overtakes down into turn 1. Legende misses the back of Mickey Ulizzi, and here is Sparks on a mission. Thomas is back into the pits, so I don't know what happened to him. Rob, I don't know where he was caught up in the instant. Maybe he lost a part of his front wing. And he's put a set of medium tyres on. And out he goes. So we'll see who's made the most places and who hasn't. Diego stayed where he was. He did drop down 2 places at the start, the very start of the race. But he managed to get back up into turn 1 around the outside. And Agard's made up 3 places. LeBron's made up 1. Mickey Ulizzi's made up 5 from starting last place, but Legende's made up 1 place. Sparks has lost 4 places after that spin on that one. He did drop down to last at a brief moment, but Rob, Leroy and Thomas did come into the pits at the end of the first lap. And Rob and Leroy stayed where they are, and Thomas has dropped 6 places. Now Rob, Sparks and Thomas are in a party with each other, so I don't know if there's going to be a bit of arguing going on. They will be disagreeing with each other, but we saw... none of it was Rob's fault. He hit the back of... oh! A massive lock up into turn 1. Sparks trying to get past. Oh, big... oh, she barred you through there. Legende's there as well. I didn't even see Legende. But Sparks making his way through the pack. Legende and Mickey Ulizzi go side by side. Legende has the inside line. Can he make it ahead of the finishman? Turn 6 and 7. Oh, Legende! And Mickey Ulizzi off the track. And Mickey Ulizzi's got ahead of the Legende. Has Legende got a bit of damage? We saw them making contact with each other. Bertie's got a better run on Mickey Litsy and he's coming back for him. And he lifts off the throttle to ensure he can make the overtake and he will get a DRS on the straight. But meanwhile we've got Sparks on the back of LeBron. If only Medium Pilot was here, which I wish he was. How hard will LeBron try and fight this out? Down the inside he goes on the racing point. Easy move from him. Further back Mickey Litsy can't make the move on Legende. But can he get a better exit than him into turn 3 and on that short straight? I don't think he can. Nope, he can't do it. So then it's a matter of time to see when Sparks will try and overtake the bonus on the back of Sparks. It's only a matter of time to see when Sparks overtakes Agard and Diego. Diego's got good pace, but is it enough to try and stop Sparks from winning in Mexico? He did invalidate both of his lap tires, so we couldn't see his true pace in qualifying. If LeBron could stay at the back of him, he can have DRS coming up the main street, and look at his DRS compared to Sparks. Also, his fuel's popping up, his fuel light, so that means he's running much less fuel than Sparks, I presume. You get a better exit on him on here. Looks like Sparks is struggling just a bit. You best hope he can't. Who's got a better straight line speed then between the two? Sparks will try and fight this out if he can do it. Too far back, I reckon. Yes, he's too far back. So if he could get a better exit than him, wait, he's gonna go for it. Oh, a bit risky through there. What LeBron did do though is compromise his lone line. He should have stayed in Sparks' line rather than stepping out of line, if you know what I mean by that. He was out of the razor line and he compromised himself through the third corner and onto that short straight, which enabled Sparks to get a much better run out of the third corner than LeBron, despite him having DRS. By the way, if you still finish in the race, you'll still score points no matter how far behind you are. Only 9 drivers turned up. Don't know where Skeven, don't know where Paris is. I know where Medium Pilot is, but I don't know where the rest are. Mickey Litsy going out wide. Sparks is in the... no, he's not. Yes, he is. Sparks is in the pits on lap 7, so it's going to be a soft, medium strategy, I reckon. It can be soft, medium. I don't think it'll go on hard tyres. Yes, it will. So one more stop to go from the Scotsman. So let's see what Diego does if he tries to do a one stop. Can he do the one stop? Has he got enough pace to do the one stop? I don't know. And he rejoins in 6th place. So nice, clear gap ahead of him and behind him. Let's see how many sets of times he can blaze out. So what would Diego do then? If he wants to win this race, he's got to know what his opponent's going to do. Can he possibly try do the one stop? Softs to hards? Or will it be soft, medium? He's safe from the undercut threat from Sparks at the moment. Give it 2 or 3 laps, then he won't be safe. But he can pit now and still be safe from Sparks. He will rejoin in 5th place. Will he pit at the end of this lap? And he stays out as Sparks gets a 3-second time penalty. So that puts more pain on the Mercedes driver. I don't think Diego's got any. But we'll go on board with Mickey Litsy because he's 9/10 behind Legende, but Legende's pitted. But that leaves Mickey Litsy with nice fresh air and a bit of DRS to boost him along the way. So Legende's pitted at lap 8 and it's the medium tyres. So he's also doing that 2-stop, soft, medium. We'll see what strategy is the best. We'll see how long Diego can extend these soft tyres for. I'll go check the actual intermediate leader time. 26.9, so if Diego pitted, he's still rejoined ahead of Sparks. He can still make the 2-star work. But he's got to, if he wants to make the 2-star work, he'd rather do it now. He'd rather do it on lap 10 or 11 where Sparks can do the undercut on him. He's safe at the moment, but if he actually is doing a 1-stop, then I'll leave him alone and not criticise him. I'm not criticising him, just hoping along the way. And let's see if this guy wins. It's a shame that one of his mates are not in the chat, because every time I've commentated, I've seen his mate comment in the chat. Where's this guy got a pace? Because at the start of the season, he was, I won't say nowhere, but he's nowhere near the top 5 or 6. All of a sudden, for the last 3 races, he's come up. Well, it is round 5, so maybe he taking nice and cautious. Don't know. I've never seen a league race anywhere but except here, so don't know if he's new to league racing, but if he is, he's got a good pace. 26.0 is the gap now to Diego and Sparks, so Sparks is dramatically bringing the gap down, so I think he's a definite 1-stop. Otherwise he'll pitted 1 or 2 laps ago to do the soft medium strategy. But we'll go on board with Rob and Leroy because I think they're close together. Yes, they are. And Rob goes deep into the first corner. Shuts the door on him in the second, but Leroy will get a better exit through the third. With DRS as well. So Leroy versus Rob. The power of Slipstream, no, the power of DRS. Around the outside is turn 4. And he's done it. Nicely done it. If Rob can get the switchback, which he does, it's not over yet. Down the inside he goes! A massive bit of a lock up and he pushes Leroy out wide. It could end in tears. Did Leroy pit? No, they pitted on the same lap, didn't they? Jesus Christ, I need to work on my graphic skills because I have no idea how to... Yeah, they both pitted on the same lap. And LeBron has pitted. LeBron has pitted. So let's see what tyres he will go to. Medium tyres, so it's a soft medium strategy, I reckon. Leroy, can he get a better exit? Yes, he can. Now we're going to stay with him on this straight, use this DRS and Slipstream to overtake Rob in the racing point. Both pitted on the first lap after hitting Sparks, which was not their fault. Sparks spotted the first lap. Ooh! Leroy was absolutely committed to go down the inside, which he goes, that's reverse rolls, because Rob went wide and they both hit each other. Rob went exactly wide, he mirrored his move into turn 1. Leroy has DRS for the defence, look at his ERS. Down the inside, oh, bit tight through there. Get a much better exit, and that's exactly what they did the lap before. And Rob is ahead. Both aggressive drivers, they're both young, they're both aggressive. I expect this type of racing. Leroy is 3 years younger than Rob, so expect this type of racing from the two. And Rob gets a time penalty as Agard has pitted, so so has Mickey Lindsay from 2nd and 3rd place. Sparks goes ahead, of course. 23.2. Oh, sorry. 23.2 is the gap between Sparks and Diego. Someone's commented in the chat. Fucking Sparks gave me front wing damage. Oops, I said it swore. Taze Leroy gets DRS and Slipstream. Can he make the move into turn 1? No, he doesn't. He backs out of it. And Rob has put his DRS down into 0. You can tell from the lights flashing on the back of his car. Straight wasn't long enough for Leroy to overtake him. No way he's gonna do that. No way. No, that's a bit too crazy from Leroy. Leroy, you've got to be more mature than that, mate. You can't do that. You can't expect someone to know what you're gonna do. Because that was Rob's racing line. The only time you can do that, Leroy, is when you're side by side with someone. And he gets a 3-second time penalty. He's getting a bit angry, so he just needs to calm. I'm not going to say that. Jesus Christ. Just needs to lower the tempo a bit, if I could say it like that. I mean, I can't really say much after what happened with that video being put up. Sparks 2/10 behind Diego. How's that happened? Oh, that's why. Sparks is pitted. So, not Sparks, Diego's pitted. Jesus Christ, you need to pay attention more. And Evo still can't make the move. And Legende's on the back of Agard. It's telling me that Diego's on the mediums, but he's not on the hards. So Sparks is right behind, Sparks is right behind Diego. But remember, Diego's doing a one-stop. Sparks best hope he can overtake him now and pull away while he can. Otherwise, if he can't pull away, his two-star strategy is not going to work. Or unless he can build all that gap back. But bearing in mind, he has that 3-second time penalty. So he has to overtake him as quick as possible. The mediums at this point in the race will come into play for Sparks. Around about lap 18 it'll come back into play for Diego, or 20. Yes, DRS, so how hard is Diego going to fight Sparks? He doesn't move at all, he stays where he is. So that's Sparks making an easy move into turn 1. But bearing in mind, Diego is on the hard tyres and is doing the 2-stop strategy. Further back, Rob versus Leroy. Leroy's dropped back from Rob, so I don't know what's happening. He has DRS, and he's over a second behind, so that must indicate that he might have messed up on the final corner. Being that far back, Legende's 4/10 behind Agard, who is also behind Agard. Not LeBron, sorry. Go on, Wilson. I like Wilson, but I want this guy to win. He's a really nice guy. It'll be nice to get his first win in HG8. Got a podium last time out. He's on the back of Sparks, so he's doing a good job despite being on those hard tyres. But what Wilson needs to do now is pull as much of a gap as he can. Then, if he can't do that, then he'll have to spend all the second part of the race, trying to gain all that time back. And look at this, Diego has got DRS on the Scottishman. Will he make a move down into turn 1? Nope. Too far back, and that'll be a risky move, lunging it into turn 1 like that. Can he get a better run? I don't think so. Pops it down into 0, so tactical move from both drivers. I knew Sparks was in 0 because you can see the flashing light on the back of the Mercedes car. However, Legende still can't get past Agard. That must be so frustrating, you know, being stuck in a DRS train. And it is frustrating in fact, because I've done it myself. I've been there myself. And look at that, Rob versus Leroy. How did Leroy manage to get all that time back on Rob? Down the inside goes Leroy. Can he make a move stick? Let's hope they don't hit each other. Rob goes out wide. Can Mikulicki take them both on? He teases Leroy on, and he takes Rob on. Beautiful move for Mikulicki. Mikulicki just comes and shows how it's done. These two have been fighting, then Mikulicki just comes and joins and just overtakes them like that. However, though, at the front of the field, I think Diego might be a bit too far back to make a lunge into turn 1, but Sparks has got low ERS compared to Diego, who has got way more than him, and he's put it into 0 on the straight as well. That DRS train is not helping for Legende. He's still stuck behind the 2. I don't know if it's Agard's straight line speed or if it is LeBron's amazing exit at the final corner. I need to check that. Further back we've got Leroy versus Rob. Look how Mikulicki's pulled away from him. This should be easy for Leroy. He's popped it down into 2. So Leroy goes deep into turn 1, compromises his own line. Rob's come back at him, and he's done it. But Leroy will have DRS and slipstream coming to the short straight. Don't go down the inside, it's too risky. Oh, he hit the back of him, oh my goodness. Rob, however, manages to save the car despite being tapped to the back of the rear. And he's got TTG Thomas right behind him as well. LeBron is still ahead of Agard and Legende. Sparks is still ahead of Diego. Don't think he'll make the move, so go on board with these guys. Agard is much closer than he's ever been to LeBron, and he needs to make this overtake now because he's been stuck behind him for a long time. And there it is then, there's the move down into turn 1. Agard, is he ahead? Yes, he's ahead. Can LeBron get a much better exit? No, he cannot. Leroy versus Rob. We'll go on board with Legende, see if he can do anything about it. Can LeBron fight back into turn 4? Nope, too far back. Go on board with these two. Leroy versus Rob again. He's always committed to the inside line, but he was breaking late all the time. Goes slightly out wide, but not too much. But look at this. Thomas is on the back of them both. A 3.85 for 7th place. And look at that. Tom sails past. Well, I didn't say sail past, but managed to get a much better exit than Rob. It's funny how, I think there's something going on here. Leroy and Rob are in the same party. They just keep fighting each other all the time. You get the likes of Thomas and Mickey literally just flying past them like it's nothing. Ooh, Rob getting a slidey exit at the final corner. He isn't in DRS range. Well, he is, but he was out at the detection point when it mattered the most, so we won't get DRS. And LeBron is on the back of Agard, so that's quite easy for LeBron. Very easy. So Agard will have another lap of suffering behind the racing point, which he didn't want to. However, though, it's going to be an interesting battle. Interesting battle, because look at that. Thomas got past them both. It's easy for Mickey Litzy and Thomas, but these two just want to fight it out. Like, I think they're slowing down on purpose so they can fight each other. Now make the stream interesting. I'm only joking, by the way. Ooh, Leroy, that's more than 2 moves, mate. Especially a late move like that. Oh, Jesus Christ! These two are going at it. They've lost part of his front wing. I don't know who lost what, but I think Leroy lost a bit of his front wing. Has he? Or was it Rob? Can't really tell. We can tell in these corners because they're losing downforce. It looks like Rob, because he outbroke himself, and yes, he has. The left hand side of the end plate, he's lost part of his front wing for fighting too hard. So this, I'm surprised if if Leroy can't make this move, because if he can't, that's quite embarrassing considering Rob has got no downforce, especially at this part of the track where you need it the most. Easy move for Leroy as he overtakes Rob, or does he? No, he doesn't. Rob fights this out. Oh, Diego, I think they're both equal on penalties now. Diego and Sparks. No, don't. Jesus Christ, he needs to give that position back. Rob's coming to the pits, Leroy. They're both coming to the pits. Yes, something fishy is going on here. These two have been fighting each other the whole race. And Rob's been slowing down for him as well, because they were both... You know what? Let's enjoy the action. I don't care about it. I don't care no more what's going to happen. This is not enough a gap for Sparks to pull on Diego, considering he's got another stop to make, whereas Diego doesn't have to do another stop because he switched to hard tyres and you can make it to the end on no set, whereas Sparks will definitely have to do another stop. Battle for third heated up as well. Look at that, no surprise, no surprise, look at that. No surprise that these two are close together. These two are put, notice they're on the same tyres as well. They are slowing down for each other, I know they're slowing down for each other. It's quite fishy because I know they're slowing down for each other. Agard doesn't make the move into turn 1, he stays behind him. LeBron does the same thing he's been doing quite a lot of times. The exit at turn 3 just goes off the track. Can he make it down? It's turn 4. Hopes he don't hit the back of him, and he doesn't, fortunately for him. Go on board with these two, shall we? Rob's in AI. It looks like they're both in AI. So what's going on here then? Something fishy is going on here. They're both in AI. Notice that they're both out of AI. So yep, something fishy is definitely going on here. They both just want to fight each other. They both be slowing down on purpose for each other. Notice how they both went to the AI, then they I don't care, I don't know what's going on. I can tell because Leroy was out of DRS range. Well, he was in the DRS range, so he made a mistake on the final corner. Then he dropped 1.8 seconds back. Then, all of a sudden, he was right on the back of him. In the blink of an eye. I wonder how that happened, but... Interestingly, Agard put it down into 0. And Sparks goes another time set penalty as well, as Agard flies past the racing point. The Legenda's there as well. There is some fishy racing going on, as both of them got lapped. How have they got lapped? They shot the car. I don't think they lapped. Here we are for another episode of Fake Racing, Velp versus Leroy. Go down the inside. No, you're not going to do it there, son, but it's planned anyway, so it don't really matter towards the Stewarts. And you're both in last place. LeBron seems like he's struggling now because he's dropped back from Agard and he's got a Legenda at the back of his tail. Sparks comes into the pits, so he chooses this moment to come into the pits. 16 laps to go, what, 50 shall I say, on the hard tyre, on the... Look at that! So, Rob overtakes Leroy, no surprise. Then Leroy will try and come back at him. I actually think they're doing this on purpose, you know. This can't be. Notice how Rob had front wing damage, then Leroy came in the pits with him, and Leroy didn't have any front wing damage. Notice how they both went to the AI. Notice how they both went to the AI at the same time and dropped out of AI at the same time. Notice how Leroy dropped back by 2 seconds, then he gained on him by the blink of an eye. It's no surprise what's going on. And it actually seems like Rob's pulling away now. The Legenda's got past, or shall I say, he's still fighting LeBron. LeBron's got the inside line coming to this corner, but Legenda's got the outside, which has the better run out of that turn 7. And it is LeBron, so Legenda will have to stay behind him for another half a lap if he can overtake him with a straight. And look at that, you see Rob pulling away from him, now Leroy's at the back of him, that's no surprise again. I know what they're doing, if they deny what they're doing, then they're clearly delusional. Will he dive down the inside, I wonder? No, he stays behind him. Oh look, Rob lets him past. Now they're both fighting out again. I wonder what's going to happen down in turn 4. Will Leroy try to make this dramatic as he can? He goes down the inside, goes out wide. Rob will have the switch back. And he make it through. So yes, another fantastic moment in this fake racing going on. Sparks is rejoined down in 5th place. He's got the 3 drivers that are, well, 2 drivers let's say. Or is Agard going to the end as well? Is Agard going to the end at this race? Does that mean Sparks will have to fight him out? And can he hold him up for Diego? If these two keep fighting out, the closer Sparks gets, and he will have to fight it out as well. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another round of Fake Racing. Leroy versus Rob. I wonder what they got planned this time. He using 1 and Rob's using 4. Now he's popped it down to 1 and Leroy's put it down to... They're definitely using some tactical skills. And look, he's making it dramatic as he can. And there he is, off the track. Leroy's going to slow down. Yep, he's slowing down on purpose and he's making mistakes on purpose. We'll go on board with Leroy actually, see what he actually does. Pops it down into 2. Or 0 shall I say. He'll go out wide. Yes, that's clearly on purpose. That's definitely on purpose. I mean, if you're gonna do that, in this league, you might as well not race at all because that's. Look at that. Rob's got past. No surprise. And Rob gets oversteer to make it even more dramatic. Let's fight each other out so we don't get bored, shall we? And when we crash, That's who's the loser. And Legendary almost hits the back of Agard, or Agard and LeBron, shall I say? They're both on old medium tyres, so they'll be going into pit soon. However, though, welcome back to another episode of Leroy going down the inside. This is definitely fake. It's faker than Jake Paul cried on his video. Let's see what happens this time, shall we? Rob gets DRS. I bet they're both laughing in a party. Let's go down the inside, and he will! Oh, why should I be even surprised? Rob knew that was going to happen. Rob knew that was going to happen, so he just let him pass. Now Leroy makes a mistake, and that allows Rob to go back past through him. No DRS for Sparks on Legende or LeBron. Leroy go down the inside and he spins, but Rob will slow down. He slows down. It's definitely fake. Now we know it's fake. Now Leroy will slow down as much as he can. Allows Rob to pull away to make it more realistic. Now Rob will make a mistake in the S section. That allows Leroy to catch back up. And he slows down. You can see him slowing down. That's not lag, by the way. That's definitely him slowing down. And look, Leroy's at the back of him straight away. Really no surprise what they're doing. And Sparks is behind Legende where he doesn't want to be because of the turbulent air. And he will hold him up. And they're both going to the pits. Yes, they are. No surprise. They're both going to the pits at the same lap. Those mediums could definitely make it to the end. They're both in the pits. I wonder what tyres they're going to go for. Softs? Softs. No surprise. What? They're both on the same strategy. They're both playing the fake game. And Sparks will get past Leroy. Legende, sorry. But can Legende? I don't think he can because look at his EOS. Nah, he won't dive down the inside of Sparks. There it is then. Somehow Leroy's got ahead of Rob. And Rob will go down the inside into turn 1. Make it dramatic as hell. Somehow Leroy gets a much better exit. And he's got DRS as well. And he brakes for some reason. Oh, he's going to go down the inside, is he? He's going to hit the back of him. No, he doesn't decide to do it. Will he make a dramatic move into turn 5? No, he does not. But what about turn 6? Will Rob pretend to go out wide? No, he does not. Quite silly to be fair. Oh look, Leroy's going to drop back. Rob's going to pretend to make a mistake if you watch it here. He's going to pretend to make a mistake or not. Or either slow down. He will go out wide here. No, he won't. Will Leroy dive down the inside? No, he won't. And Sparks is released from LeBron, who gets out of his way into the pits. It's just a matter of time to see when Diego is going to be a pressure from Sparks. They're both side by side through the long straight. Do you know what? Leroy should easily make the overtake. Which he does, but Rob will go down the inside to make this more dramatic than it should be, and there it is. No, he doesn't. He parks the apex on the curb, or parks the car on the curb. Leroy has all of a sudden got DRS. Oh yeah, because he had it on the first straight. He'll go down the inside. He'll go out wide. There it is. Then all of a sudden, Rob will try and fight back, just like that. Both go around the outside of each other. I wonder what's going to happen in this S section. If they deny that they're doing this, on purpose, then that's clearly stupidity. Leroy's got a penalty. Will he try and pretend to get angry? Will he try and go down the inside, I wonder? Hopefully not. But he'll definitely come down the inside into the stadium section. Look at that. What did I tell you? I mean, this displays a bad image on HGA if they're going to do this. Wonder what we're gonna do next time, because surely you can't be fighting for the whole race, can you? I mean, they both crashed, they both made a pit stop on the first lap. That's because they both had full wind damage. Then all of a sudden, oh, we got a board, let's fight each other. Leroy goes out wide, but he'll have DRS, he'll slot in behind Rob. And he will back out for some reason. I mean, come on. I don't know if Sparks knows this is happening, but he's definitely in a party with them. McCulloch is on the almost on the back of LeBron. Let's see how fast Sparks can overtake Agard. All he has to do now is try and catch the back of Diego and try and overtake him and pull a 3-second gap, because he's got a 6 second time penalty, whereas Diego only has 1, which is a 3-second time penalty. Fresher tyres and a better tyre, of course, the mediums against the hards. There's the move from Sparks. Can Agard try and fight this out? No, he cannot. Oh, he touches the back of it. LeBron says the fastest lap of the race is on those soft compound tyres, and look at that. We've got another battle. We've got another good battle going on between Rob and Leroy. Look at that, so intense. Oh my goodness, almost crashing every single lap. Jesus Christ, these two have had such good battles throughout the whole race. It's unbelievable what they're doing. I mean, how could you battle throughout the whole race and not crash? Oh my goodness, it looks like we're going to go down the inside into that corner, a tight corner. This battle is so exciting, and there's Legende versus Miku Litsi. Legende is ahead of Miku. Agard is still 7/10 or 6/10, shall I say, behind Sparks. So if he could get DRS, he could hold up Sparks' progress to try and stop him from winning this race. Ooh, slightly exit from the Williams driver. Got DRS though, but I don't. Yeah, it won't be enough to overtake him on the straight, unfortunately for him. They get us closing, but it won't close down. Rob versus Leroy yet again. Diego just needs to pull away as much as he can before Sparks will try and catch him up. Diego's done an outstanding job to try and pull away for Sparks. The strategy's gone well for him. It's not the mediums, it's on the hards. Thomas has set the fastest lap of the race. I wonder if he ran out of ERS on purpose. And he pops it down into 0. And Leroy's not using DRS for some reason. I was just checking to see if they're doing anything suspicious. Oh, look at that! Rob's got out wide! Is that him? After the race? What's going on here then, Shalas? What's going on? Is it letting the drivers through? Funny how they both do it at the same place. And they're waiting for each other. Rob's got a 10-second time penalty as well. Lovely racing from the two drivers. Lovely tactics going on as well. Oh! Rob's overtaking Leroy. How has he managed to do that? I wonder how he manages to do that. Rob's got out wide. Oh my goodness. And Leroy's got out wide too. He pushes him off the track. He overtakes him off the track. Oh my goodness me. What's going on here? This is dramatic racing at its finest. Oh no, Leroy's got a bad exit. Rob's on the back of him. Can he go down the inside here? No, they won't. Surprisingly not, they didn't do it. Rob's got another penalty. He's getting angrier and angrier, trying to overtake Leroy. And Leroy's got another penalty, so he must be getting angry too. And for some reason he gets a bad exit. Oh, that allows Rob to catch up, but Rob's got a bad exit too. And they're both slowing down. Probably waiting for Christmas. Oh, they're both slowing down. Is this a qualifying lap? Did they think they were qualifying? Oh yes, away we go. So here's a lap from Rob in the racing point. Well, let's see what lap time he can do. DRS is open. He's got a slipstream on Leroy, who's also on his flying lap. On the soft compound tyres. Here we go then. Let's see how this first corner's like for Rob. Down into the first corner we go. Bit of the 100-metre board. Got good slipstream on Chase Leroy there. So can he get to pole position? Nice exit for Rob. He pops it up to 4. Yes, he does. Gets another good slipstream off of Leroy. Making for the 100-metre board, 90-degree corner. I think at this point Leroy should get out of the way so Rob can don't get distracted or don't get any turbulent air off of Leroy. As we head through the S section then, this is where it will hurt the most for Rob because he's stuck behind Leroy. Don't get a much better exit than Leroy. Leroy's on a good flying lap at the moment and Rob is behind him. Rob's trying to get that slipstream off Leroy. And Leroy's in AI for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, he's out of AI, so I wonder what happened for a brief moment. I mean, if this was PSG, I'd both be kicked. And there we are then. Rob's made the overtake. I thought it was qualifying, but now it's the race again. Sorry for that, I thought it was qualifying. So Rob has made it ahead of Leroy and he almost hit the back of him. For a brief moment I thought we were actually qualifying, you know, but we're back in the race. They just both don't give a shit, to be honest. I don't even need to explain what's going on if you just enjoy the stream. You can watch it all because watch from lap 15 onwards, you'll find out what's happened. That was definitely lag. That's definitely lag. That's not on purpose. I wonder if I'll make a mistake into this corner. No, he won't, but Leroy does. This is the best battle I've seen all afternoon. These two have been close to each other, stuck like glue throughout the whole race. It's been unbelievable to watch these two fight it out for 8th place. The closest it's ever been in this race. Oh look, Leroy's got DRS. Let's see where will he go to make the overtake. Sparks got a 3-second time penalty. Down the inside into turn 1. He's done it. That's a dramatic move from Leroy. That's absolutely insane. I wish I could drive like him. Then he's got DRS yet again because he makes a mistake in quotation marks. And down the inside he goes again. That's it. There we go. Leroy, okay. They're both slowing down. Yeah, these two will definitely get kicked. As they both speed up again as they left TGG Thomas through. And now they've both been lapped by 7th place, which is kind of embarrassing. But back to the action, nothing's happening except that Legende is on the back of LeBron. Don't worry people, I've seen the gaps between the two. What's going on here then? Exploring new lines is the young driver. Oh, he made a mistake. And now I'll have Rob to come back at him. He's made a mistake, he went deep into the corner. And Rob's hit the back of him, now he's pushed him through. I don't think Sparks will win this race, so it's over to Diego. Diego's got this in the bag. I mean, I don't understand why you planned to do it in narration. I mean, I just don't understand why you planned it. Planning something like this is kind of pathetic, to be honest. I mean, have you seen this in real life? I don't think you have at all. If it was real life, you both get disqualified. Legend is ahead of LeBron. Easy move down into Tier 1, before Tier 1 in fact. And he's up into 4th place. Good race from Legende. Hope this uppers his confidence. Back to the battle for 8th place. Around the outside this time. Leroy doesn't want to go down the inside. But Rob tries to fight it out, but Leroy's just ahead. Lovely move from the young Irishman. But the Britsman is coming back. Oh, and he can't overtake him. Oh, dramatic move. Is this like a Verstappen and Vettel move? Back in 2016, and Rob's overtaken him. However, on the last lap, so they've put up some entertainment. This is not the entertainment we want though. This is the wrong kind of entertainment. LeBron's still 5/10 behind Legende. Oh, sliding us through the exit. That'll compromise him a bit on the straight. Can he make a lunge? No, he cannot, but I'll take a nice wide line. Here's the back of him. And of course, he can't overtake him. Oh, Diego's going under the time penalty, but I don't think it will matter because it's the last lap of the race. Leroy's already got a lot of criticism in other leagues. He'll definitely get one for this, so will Rob for playing along with it. Anyways though, round's the final corner and Diego has won the Mexican Grand Prix. Congratulations to this man, Diego. Sparks will come home to finish in 2nd place. Agard will finish in 3rd. Legende will finish in 4th place, otherwise penalties say otherwise. Oh, penalties say otherwise. And LeBron will finish in 7th place. No, he doesn't. He finishes in 4th. Mickey Lissi will finish in 6th ahead of Thomas. And the last lap battle. Oh! Leroy's gone very deep. Oh no! Rob is overtaking. Oh no, this is a last lap battle. This is going to be so intense. We're on the final corner. Rob surely got in this bag. And he's done it. Rob has finished ahead of him. Quite embarrassing, to be honest. Very embarrassing. But anyways, tune in for the next race at 8 o'clock next Saturday.